My God. Who'd have thought it? Here we go. Oh, yep, expected that. There we go. Cool. Put you guys like that. My God. Alright. Okay. What the shit's going on, dude? Whew, feels like I haven't filmed in forever, which is weird because I'm pretty sure I filmed on Monday. I filmed a week ago. That's when I last filmed personally, because that was like my birthday. So I'm filming on Halloween. I don't really see why it's I guess it's a bad idea to give you guys an idea of when I'm actually filming this. I'm filming this on Halloween. I know, Halloween happened ages ago. Oh, I get it. Let's see what we got. Alrighty, so first up, they had a sale at JB. So I got the Deep. It's that one where they go into water, you know. I figured why not, you know, it's a pretty early print, number 28 from Imprint. It is not out of stock. I mean, I think it's out of stock on their website, but far from out of stock in a lot of places. You can still get it on the JB website. I guess a lot of people just don't care for the Deep. I wouldn't know, never seen it personally. You know, not too bad artwork, a lot of special features. Unfortunately, this is, you know, purple on black, bad idea. But on here, it's blue on black, which you can actually see. I don't know why it's a purple on black, given that the title there, like a shrunken wreck, a mysterious liquid, a terror so deep, is blue, but then that's dark blue, kind of really dark purplish. You know, 1080p high definition transfer, audio commentary by actor, director, and producer Elena Douglas from 2020, because that's when this was released, back in December of 2020. The Making of the Deep, a vintage documentary. Select scenes from the 3-hour special edition and the theatrical trailer. So yeah, it's a 2-hour long film from 1977. You got DTS HD 5.1, LPCM stereo 2.0. And hard of hearing subtitles as well. Good stuff, you know. I actually completely forgot I even bought this. I mean, I guess when did I buy it? I bought it on Thursday. I had a really busy Halloween weekend. I guess it's maybe worth talking about. I didn't really do much on a Thursday. I hung out with my girlfriend for my birthday kind of deal. So we went to High Point, whatever. Bought these things that I'm showing now. But on the Friday, we dressed up as Jack Torrance and Wendy Torrance from The Shining. I showed her the Shining on the Thursday night because she'd never seen it before. And we actually went to the Child's Play 2 screening for Cinemaniacs, and so we dressed up. We didn't win any prizes for Best Dressed, unfortunately. I don't really know if anyone... I know one person knew what we were dressed up as, but I don't know if a lot of people realized, because nobody really said anything. It wasn't until after the screening and everything that we went to the... get drinks afterwards, and... My old lecturer, Craig, was there. He did the presentation. I was hoping that he'd be there. He vanished. I don't know where the fuck half the people I actually was there to talk to went. So they all went. So Helene and I left after. I mean, we left after the movie anyway, so it was all good. But, like, there was actually a guy there, Phil, who recognized me as Jack Torrance. And the first thing he said was, Jack Torrance? I'm like, yeah, you know, because I had a bloody axe and everything. So it was cool. And then the next day, Helene and I went to the Astor Spooktacular, where they showed 9 films, including Evil Dead 2, Scream 2, Final Destination 2, the secret film, first of 2 secret films, which was Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. I hadn't seen it yet, so that was pretty neat. Helene had not seen any of these films. I'm pretty sure I've shown her Evil Dead 2 before, but I hadn't written it down on my letterbox that I've shown it to her, so it was either I'd forgotten, but I've watched it twice since I met her, so I could have shown it to her in 2019, or I showed it to her in 2021. I don't know yet. I'm pretty sure it was the 2019 one, but anyway, I logged it down saying that that's when I introduced it to her. So that was 4 of the films. You had Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. And then what we thought was meant to be the second secret film, but actually they screened Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2 instead, which I also hadn't seen by that stage. So the two of those films I hadn't seen, which is great. And then the secret movie, because we were about to leave, and they showed the second secret movie, and it was Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. And I was like, oh my god, we're staying for this, because we'd been up since 12 o'clock the previous day, because she stayed up till like 4:30 doing on a Saturday morning doing costume stuff for her Halloween party. I went to bed at 2 a.m., but still, because I was like forcing myself to stay up watching Halloween, Treehouse of Horrors, because Barbarian's only in the cinema, so I can't watch it yet. I'm too busy, so... Which really sucks, because it came out on Disney Plus on like the 26th of October, but not in the nowhere but the US, so that really fucking bothers me. Nevertheless, so yeah, we got up at 12 o'clock on the Saturday. We were there till 10 o'clock on the Sunday, so over 24 hours. Well, I was awake for over 24 hours, so that was fun. There were 2 more films. They had Demons 2 and Jason X, which we would have loved to have stayed for. I would have loved to have stayed for, but I had already decided by the time Texas Chainsaw Massacre was airing that I was like, yeah, after this, we're done. You know, unless the secret movie is really, really good, no thanks. But because it was Scooby-Doo 2, I'm like, fuck yeah, we're staying for this. If it was something else that either I'd seen before, like if it was Halloween 2 or something, I would have been like, nah, we're out, we're done. I don't need to watch that shit again. But fuck it, Scooby-Doo 2 on the big screen? Fuck yes. But we went to the left-hand side of the Astor to begin with. We wanted to sit there. I wanted to sit there. And she was like, no, let's go sit in the middle. So we went to sit in the middle. And I heard a voice from behind me say, Jack Torrance? And Phil was there. So, and I really, not really actually properly, like I hadn't met him, but like we had a tiny, tiny talk on the Friday night. But he obviously recognized me. I don't really look much different, to be honest. I wasn't wearing like a wig or anything. And so he was there with his partner, who's actually a film director. So I plan to do an interview of her about the film that she directed, as well as being a female filmmaker, doing horror films and stuff like that. She went to America to film it. Insane. But yeah, so that's really fucking cool. I'm friends with them on Facebook now, so that's pretty rad. But yeah, no, weekend was pretty good. I actually did, instead of watching, because I basically slept for 7 hours when we got back home on the Sunday, but I ended up watching Dr. Sleep. Helene had already gone home by that stage. And that was a 3-hour film, so that basically made up the runtime of Jason X and fucking Demoni 2, which I saw Demoni 2 like earlier this year or late last year because I got the 4K from Arrow Video. And I have seen Jason X before, but I have the Scream Factory release. I'd prefer to watch that because I know they won't be screening a good version of it. Like, their Hellraiser version was probably a DVD copy. Because I definitely... I mean, I've got the Blu-ray, but I haven't seen the Blu-ray yet. I hadn't seen it by that stage. How crazy is that? But I was thankful. I knew it was going to be one of the secret films because they had an emoji of chains, and I'm like, it's got to be Hellraiser 2. But they had an emoji for a magnifying glass, and I didn't think Scooby-Doo 2, because that doesn't really correlate as horror for me. But it technically is. Scooby-Doo is technically horror. Anyway, talking about actual horror, I got the Black Phone. I got it on sale. I never got to see it in cinema. Really bad time when it came out for me. I had the flu, I had COVID, and I was really busy with work. Like, I don't think I had a single day off work for like 2 whole weeks there, so I had absolutely no fucking time to go to the cinema to watch it. You know, I hate when they release fucking horror films in like July. Like, fuck that for a joke. I mean, the only good thing is if they release it earlier in the year, not really January, but early enough in the year, it'll come out for Halloween, and there was a sale on, and it came out like this past week, so I figured I'm going to buy it. There's no 4K release in Australia, so I figured Blu-ray's good enough. And some Blu-rays are really good. Like Dr. Sleep, the director's cut on Blu-ray, looks really fucking nice. But I got these two as well for like $16 each. I hate that it has the HDR stickers and the PG stickers, but it does have original theatrical artwork. Obviously, this is The Final Frontier and The Undiscovered Country, because of course I have this fucking thing. This one's from the US, I believe, because it actually is. It came in a cardboard box with the Blu-ray pack as well, because I wanted to get the bonus features, because it didn't have the fucking bonus features on this. So once they announced at JB Hi-Fi that they're actually releasing all of these films in individual covers, I was like, because they already had released a 4-pack like that, but no Blu-rays, and I was like, well, fuck that. And I wanted to get the Blu-rays because I only had them on DVD, and I would have preferred special features. And so these don't come with special features. These are completely bare bones outside of the film. So that sucks. But now I have these two and that whole pack, and it doesn't really relate well to each other, does it? No. On the shelf, I can put them in the free together, that's fine. But at some stage, and I probably should have done it this past weekend, because they had two for 44K and 20% off. So basically these were $16 each, or these were $16 each rather than $30, which is really fucking good. Like, that's basically half price for each of them. And I should have gotten the rest of them, but it was like 90 odd bucks for all of them. And I'm like, look, I have them all on 4K already. I don't need to get them right now. Like, I'm still trying to save up for that TV. Obviously, I'm not doing a great job at doing that. But yeah, so I figured, fuck it, I'll at least get these two. So if I do end up watching the Star Trek films on 4K, I've seen Wrath of Khan already. I really want to see the rest of them. Now I have all fucking 6 of them, so I can watch them all, and there's no bloody hassle there. So yeah, it fucking annoys me. But I like that it has the theatrical artwork at least. I hate that there's no reversible cover, so I can't flip it around. So there's no features HDR. Just put that on the back. Why? Look at the back cover. Like, you don't think that on any of this part of the back cover, which looks plain as fucking shit, they can't just put HDR sticker on it? Like, fuck me. How hard is it? God. Anyway, I got this one pretty cheap. This was the Frankenstein, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I've never seen this one. I figured I'd buy the 4K because they had an Arrow video sale at Zavvi. Figured, fuck it, why not? It comes with just the one disc, but hey, like any good Arrow fucking 4K, you get all of these special features on it. Look at that text box of goddamn stuff. I've decided to go with the new artwork. I actually quite like the new artwork. They do have the original artwork, which was the Steelbook alternative. I decided to get this instead of either the Steelbook or the Blu-ray because I just kind of liked the idea of just getting the 4K, because I'm like, look, you know, the film might not be considered the best fucking thing in the world, especially when it comes to Frankenstein adaptations, which I have quite a few of Frankenstein adaptations in terms of films. But I knew I'd get a booklet, which comes with its own artwork as well as images and bloody essays and shit, so, you know, I knew I'd be getting a good package, and this was like $22 or some shit. This was really darn good price for what I get. Like, this is my ideal packaging. Being someone who, I love the black cases for 4Ks, but realistically, I'd be happy with just blue cases because you can see through blue cases. Like, blue and white cases are great because you can see through them. Black, you just can't. So I can't appreciate the original artwork. I mean, I know I could just replace this artwork because it's the same as the fucking disc art, but I do still quite like the artwork quite a lot, you know? And even behind the text, you get like a kind of faint image of a heart in a jar, like, or maybe it's a brain in a jar. It looks like a heart. It's probably an upside down brain. But like, I love these fucking 4K packages. I'm gonna do a video on 4K packaging and why I like it so much. I got Nightbreed. Nightbreed? Yeah, Nightbreed. I was about to say Clive Breed. Fucking what? You know, because why not? Clive Barker, you get the director's cut on one Blu-ray, director's and theatrical cut, plus bonus features. You know, reversible artwork, which I don't really care for. 120-minute director's cut, 102-minute theatrical cut, bunch of other, you know, audio and other stuff. Fuck, you know, good, I don't know, it's cheap, it's like $15. It's Halloween, so I'm trying to keep an ear out for the dog barking, because I want to make sure that I don't miss any trick-or-treaters. But realistically, you'd think they'd ring the doorbell, but it's pissing down out there, so it's like, I can't imagine them doing it yet. The weather app says it won't be raining after a certain amount of time, but I can't imagine them coming in soon. Also, this is my last day I can film. I can film tomorrow, but this will basically be my last day I can film before Dad and Nora are home, because they're coming home on Wednesday, which really sucks. Wow, Jesus. All right. Between cuts, it's been 2 hours. I underestimated the time that the children would come to trick or treat. They came at 5:30, and it's currently 7:30. So yeah, Mum loves the trick or treaters because she loves seeing kids dressed up in costumes. But she works till 7, so she's not going to see them at all. So I mean, it's fucking pissing down out there, and they're still happy to come by and take some treats. I mean, I've left 2 buckets of treats out there, so if they can take one each kind of deal. I don't have like a rule, but it's usually like best to take one each. Sam's like, oh, but if they don't come by, we can have the lollies later. And I'm like, yeah, but we're adults. We can fucking go to fucking Coles and buy shit. Woolies, who gives a shit? Anyway, I was almost done too. The Ring. I bought the set. It actually didn't really have any damages or imperfections from what I can remember. No, I mean, minor league creases on the corners, but for the most part, not bad. I figured it was, like, pretty cheap, I think. Around $50 at the most, I'd say. But it was, I think they were all, like, 30% off or some shit. But yeah, I obviously have Ringu and the Ring. I have Ringu as a steelbook. Beautiful steelbook. I didn't really care to get this set because I haven't really heard many good things about the sequels and prequel. But I have changed the artwork, so you've got The Ring, which again, interesting, not titled Ringu. I do believe these are all it has the fucking Japanese titles on them anyway. But yeah, this is a 4K restoration from the original camera negative. Oh, this one has Circumnavigating Ring, a new video essay by author and critic Alexandra Helen Nicholas. She's, I'd say, I don't know, not exactly a friend. I just know her. From film meetings in the Melbourne area. So yeah, it comes with this alternate artwork, which luckily the disc already encapsulates it, and I kind of think it's more creepy to have it like that, where you click off the, take off the disc and the same image is there. I don't know, I just wanted to flip it around, why not? Then you've got The Ring 2. I believe this one comes with bonus feature Spiral, George Leader's 1998 sequel to Ring. So it's 2 films in 1. It doesn't really advertise itself as such, but yeah, still. Interesting artwork. I mean, the artwork matches the set, so that's cool enough as it is. And then you get Ring Zero, which actually doesn't have the title here outside of in the Japanese characters. But of course, it just says The Ring Zero on the side. But yeah, they've all got some form of new audio commentary by author and critic Alexandra Helen Nicholas. Gee whiz, there's a lot of special features on these. Not too many, but enough, I'd say. I mean, this has a video essay as well, behind-the-scenes featurette, deleted scenes, obviously the reversible, and newly commissioned artwork. It doesn't actually credit the artist, which is interesting. So, yeah, I just figured these would be fun to buy. I like the Japanese horror. I've got the Ju-on the Grudge ones. I've got the Grudge series coming in on Blu-ray. That's the 4K for the first film, and the rest of them are on Blu-ray. So that's coming from Arrow, I believe. So I'm keen for that. That's probably going to be a Christmas coming because it's comes out December. So you know. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't not suggest this as a set. You know, it's still pretty rad to have it. It's got some good artwork. There's not really much else there to it. You know, I can put that on the shelf. That's going to be great to display. So good stuff. And last but not least, I think this will be the end of the video anyway, because I won't have time to film for the rest of the week, because my, again, brother and dad are coming home, all that kind of bullshit. Ex Machina, or Mashina. This is the 4K Deluxe Steelbook Edition. It has that spine title. I don't really like it too much, but it's alright. This is the Mondo artwork, which I love, or at least the artwork that's featured on the Mondo Steelbook. Obviously, the Mondo Steelbook does it better, but I like that it's still there, which is nice, because I have the Mondo Steelbook. It looks fucking sweet. This is some nice artwork on the front as well. This is a new 4K Steelbook set. Obviously, Steelbook time. Some people I'd seen had gotten these damaged. Mine came in perfect, outside of a small dent on the back of the box, but that was fine. And it's the back of the box, so I didn't even care. Matte finish. Has some nice kind of shimmer and shine to it in its own fashion, which is really fucking nice. It's just nice, it's subtle. I love the red. It's you know, obviously the scene where she's, like, turn off the power and everything. You get the back, you even get the title on the spine there, of course, which might be upside down, I don't know. Yeah, it was upside down, I apologize. So it's a good contrast, her as the robot, and her as the human. Look, she's all pretty and nice. Oh no, she's secretly evil. It's good stuff. And you get your 4K disc and your Blu-ray, and your 4K at least has the main 3 characters, and the Blu-ray has just the one, and the image of the faces, which I'm pretty sure is a pretty common image that they use for the Steelbooks. Again, matte finish. I like how there's only like the small Universal logos at the base, so you get some good metallic shine. You can focus on the artwork. I really think it's a beautiful contrast. I wouldn't have gotten it if not for how fucking nice the artwork was. Like, I have already had a weird history of this film. Bought the DVD, bought the Steelbook, which was actually the German disc. obviously still region B. I don't really care, I've got all regions, but it was played in German initially. I'm thinking, what the fuck? So I had to change the settings. Sold that because I bought a bunch of steelbooks, which included the mint condition version of that very same steelbook, but it was the UK version, so it plays in English. Haven't actually had to watch that yet. And yeah, then I bought this for the 4K. So I won't buy the standard 4K because I don't need to. I've got this beautiful set. But yeah, I like how I got the same steelbook twice. But the first one I got was pretty cheap and wasn't mint, but I was able to sell it really fucking quick. And it had like some like lines and scratches along it, but nothing like bad. It was just not perfect. I think it was a glossy cover. I can't remember. But still, it sold. Good for me. And I got a lot of money back on how much I spent on all those extra steelbooks. And I got the Mondo steelbook as well. So fuck yeah, 3 steelbooks now. Fucking nice. I know it's still a bit weird that I say that. 3 steelbooks, how nice, when I don't really collect steelbooks anymore. But, you know, I can still appreciate it. I'll go into the art cards in a second. But we have the booklet, which this is the same artwork on the steelbook, which I really like. This is a production notes. Kind of hate that the font is so basic. Like, it's not the same kind of font. You got Ava, the title of the name of the character, obviously. You got Ex Machina on the... I call it Ex Machina. I think a lot of people say Ex Machina. Like, for me, it's Deus Ex Machina, which is meant to be, like, the joke, quote-unquote. But yeah, this is a really nice booklet. Goes into a synopsis about the film. Then you get all these production stuff, but you get images behind them as well, but I don't know how obvious it is on the camera, but you can very clearly still read exactly everything that's there. It's these glossy, plasticky pages, which is still really nice. Means it'll keep in good condition for longer, so that's the same image from the inside of the steelbook. And yeah, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, some extra drawings and stuff, mostly just stills and text. But yeah, and then you got stuff talking about the characters, the extra behind-the-scenes stuff. It just keeps on going, you know. It's just a lot of stuff. Try to get a different image. Yeah, so yeah, it's nice. It's very nicely put together. It's a really nice, solid book, given it's from Zavvi. It's bizarre, but I like it. And last but not least, you get the folder, which does come with the Ex Machina name on both ends of it. If I pop this open. Ooh. Not too much to say about this. Obviously, I've kept the sleeve, the J card. This has, you know, promotional image, poster, has the title on the back. Then it just has kind of like this kind of concept art. These are also like kind of high gloss images as well, which is really nice. Just some overall really nice production. Well, like, not exactly production still, just like behind the scenes stills kind of deals, like pre-production stills. I think that's what, like, concept art and whatever. So yeah, it's really fucking nice. Just a beautiful package. That's, I mean, again, as I always say, that's all I'm expecting, but fucking who goddamn well knows. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I got to deal with more trick-or-treaters, potentially. I don't know yet. We'll see. I want to film that other video before Mum gets home, so anyway. Bye. Have a nice time. Bye-bye.